What up, YouTube? This is me, Young Money. You see in my background all my boxes, and this is my first episode of the podcast. I don't know how often I'm gonna do this or not, but so the boxes in my background or dialysis fluid. So tonight we're gonna tell you a little story about how dialysis works. Most people think that you have to sit down in the center like 3 or 4 times a week all day and it drains your body. You're sad and sick all the time. But I'm here to tell you that's not really got to be the case. So, like for me, I found out ahead of time that my kidneys weren't working right, and when it got to a certain level, my doctor told me I just had to start dialysis. And that was when he told me there was a thing called peritoneal dialysis, which nobody really hears about. But it's really like the first way that they learn how to treat the kidneys with dialysis, and like the most tried true overall method. And the way it works is they you have a cavity around your organs in your abdomen. It's called the peritoneum, and these boxes have like 2 bags in them each, and each bag has like 6 liters of fluid, which is like water, and it's kind of like sugar and some other minerals. And what they do is like I got a catheter inserted that leads directly down into my abdomen. I hook this thing up to a machine, and I do it while I sleep every night for probably 8 to 10 hours. And these bags of fluid, I put 2 of them on my machine, 6 liters each, and the machine pretty much puts like 1,500 milliliters, so it's like a liter and a half into my abdomen at a time. And it goes in, it sits there for like 2 hours, I think. And while it's in there, there are blood vessels around your organs in your abdomen. It kinda infiltrates, so it pulls the toxins and fluid out of your organs, out of your blood vessels, so then it comes out of your body, so kinda does what the kidneys do in people that have normal functioning kidneys. It drains the fluids out of your bloodstream through this catheter, through the machine, and then it drains out. I have it draining into the shower. So it comes out as like a clear fluid. You can't tell anything's in it. But it ends up it has all my body's toxins in it, and then the fluids. So it like normally when you go to the bathroom, that's your body's way of fluid control. So the excess water that you take in during the day goes out in your urine. But your kidneys don't work. It's like it goes out when the machine like when in this fluid, it pulls that fluid out. So if you're not doing it, then eventually that stuff just builds up in your body, and then you'll see like weird stuff like your legs get the fluid drains down in them during the day, and they end up being like twice, 2, 3 times as big as they should be, and it's hard to walk, and you get tired. That leads to like strokes and heart attacks. So this stuff right behind me kind of keeps that in check, like clean out my body's waste and toxins. So that's just like the beginner lesson. So I do this like every single night. That's one of the downfalls is with this is you lose your a lot of your freedom. So like if you come home late, you still gotta do this. So like on a Saturday night, if I stay out late, I get home 1 o'clock, I still gotta hook up and then I'm in bed till like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Positives is you're not dead. But negative it kind of affects your free time, social life, things like that. But I think in the end of the day, it's good. It keeps you going in, indefinitely, pretty much. I think that a lot of the misconceptions are that once you go on dialysis, you're gonna die. But people People stay on dialysis for a long time, like years and years and years. I think it generally happens because the people that end up on dialysis are like older and sickly, so they don't have much time anyway. But younger person, like I think I'm still younger. I have some time. You end up on the transplant list, you have to wait. And if you get a kidney, then this stuff can go away. You just have to take a whole lot of pills because, to tell the truth, when you get a kidney transplant, your body wants to reject it, so you have to kind of kill your immune system with pills. Uh, the other, I guess, negatives would be like the medicine kind of gets you constipated sometimes, and you got to learn how to manage that. But that's easy enough. You just have to go to the bathroom for real. But then you have to find a place to store all of these supplies. Like I'm not gonna lie. You see this thing over here that goes up tall in my head. Like when I get my next order, it'll be like pretty much straight across this wall. And then that's not counting. I got a whole shelf of like different um bandages and like the caps that go on the end of this catheter. You change those like once a day. Gotta every time you shower, you gotta use like 4 different sponges to clean yourself and disinfect. And but the main thing you have to worry about is if you get something in here, then it can cause an infection in the abdomen, and that supposedly really hurts and it can kill you. Hopefully, like gratefully, I haven't had to deal with that. But if you could see, like this is the end of the catheter. There's a little like a nub in the middle that plugs it when you disconnect, and the cap has like some kind of like an iodine solution to disinfect. And when you stick the like the in there, the nub kind of punctures something, and it really seals itself off with the antiseptic. So it kind of helps. And then you put antiseptic around the other end, the opening for the catheter. Every time you shower, you got to do it. So it's a lot of work. You get used to it. It becomes second nature. Only thing that's kind of bad about it, like if like normally if you have a long day at work, you come home, you fall asleep on the couch, you might wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and just go get in the bed, go to sleep. Nah, ain't none of that. So never that happened to me. It's like, yep, still got to go back. It'll take me about 10 or 15 minutes to get hooked up to the machine, and then I go to sleep. And then I have a CPAP, so I got this thing over my face while I'm sleeping, and this thing's running down to the machine. At first, it would keep me awake. Now it's like I mostly sleep through it. The CPAP really wakes me up, but other than that, uh, I can't complain too much. Yeah, the other kind of dialysis that everybody thinks about, that's where you have a machine that you can do that at home too. But you start out at least in the center, and you have to go there for like 2 or 3 days a week for several hours, and they put they do the surgery and they take like the blood vessel in your arm. They graft a couple of them together to make them grow into one big vessel, and then they put kind of like a port there. And every day they gotta stick a needle in your arm. Blood drains out, runs down into the machine. The machine filters it, and because the blood's coming out and being clean, that's the one that like drains you, and people just feel sick and weak the next day, and it makes it hard to live. Like this stuff, you pretty much feel like yourself afterwards every day. You don't really notice a difference unless you stop doing it or you don't eat right. Come right there now. I need to lose some weight because I got extra fluid on me. But the blood type dialysis, it's like this kind. You can get infections if you don't wash your hands. If you don't close the door, you got a bunch of stuff floating around the room when you do it. The other one is like if they don't if you don't keep that sight on your arm clean, the needle's not clean, somebody breathes on that while you're like got it open, a whole lot of ways to get infection. And when you get the infection there, it's straight in your blood. So it's like that stuff can kill you quick. This this infection, if you get it, you're gonna feel that pain in your abdomen and you're gonna go to the emergency room. And most likely you're gonna be all right. They're just gonna put some antibiotics in you, and then when you go home, you're gonna put antibiotics in these bags on the machine until like it kills the infection. Some antibiotics, but I guess uh that's enough for the first episode. I just got this mic and this camera. I don't know how the quality is gonna be, so we'll see how it goes. Um, in case I get social media going with this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share your boy Young Money because I need money. I'm just joking. Oh, here we go. All right, that's it. Have a good one. It's Virginia. Let's go.